We're at Anime NYC. We're about to give a recap of so far the first day of the con. We're still getting our main camera set up.
It's not the first day. It's the second day.
We're going to be doing the day one recap.
Okay, we're doing the day one recap. Okay.
We'll do the day one recap and like the day two recap, but it's only 5 o'clock so far. So day two isn't all the way over. We'll give the day two recap later. So for right now, we'll be talking about what we saw in day one of the con.
I saw nothing but traffic because I was on the road.
You were mad late. We were texting her since 11 a.m. asking,
like,
"Hey, where you at? Where you at?" I don't think we saw her till 8 p.m.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad, y'all. But I'm gonna let you know right now, if you really want us to be on time all the time, go to our Patreon. Ladies and gentlemen, gas is not free. If you want to donate a little bit, thank you. But yeah, that was poor time management. Don't ever do that when you have press. But this is why I have my family with me.
That's okay.
So they did a great job.
We've been posting all day. We've been at press. We've been covering everything we could. So once we get the green light, we'll start just discussing what we saw the first day. How many of y'all are at the con? If you are, just like send a smiley in the chat or something so we know you're here. Maybe we'll see you around the floor.
Yeah. If you got our merch on, let me tell you something. If you got our merch on, please hit us up so we could take a picture. So first recap of the con, I'm pretty sure that
you even have a first recap? Yeah.
We do have.
She said she was in
I feel like we should talk. Okay, for the other camera, welcome to the Black Ron podcast. This should probably be on YouTube later. We are doing the Anime NYC 2023 in November recap of day one, Friday of the con. What we did, how has it gone so far?
But wait, first and foremost, I just want to thank the marketing team for Anime NYC, which is Left Field Media. Sorry, Samson. Sorry, Samson. I love you, Samson. They were super nice to us. They allowed us to have that interview with the media team, the press team, which was amazing. But I know that we had an interview yesterday with Trigger Studios. I wasn't there, but I'm so curious.
So you can pass the mic over to us. So for this year, I feel like it started later than usual. Me and Derby pulled up around 11 o'clock, tried to get in. They said like, yeah, not until about 2. So yeah, Friday, day one, did not start until 2. So rather than a full 3-day con, it felt a little bit more like a 2.5-day con. Because, I don't know, 2 o'clock is kind of a late start, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's a late start.
Day?
No, usually it starts at like 11.
11. Every year before that, it started at 11.
Yeah, but yeah, Artist Alley is usually open at 11.
Yeah.
Just like it was today.
Yeah, so maybe they just needed a little longer to set up this year. It was a little slower because we were shocked. Walking down the street, you can normally just follow the crowds of cosplayers, but as we were coming in, I was looking like, I'm not seeing my peoples. Where are we? Did I get the wrong date?
I was like, nah. See, we just on the wrong block. See, we usually on 33rd, and that's where we'll see them. So on 34th,
that's where we see
obviously nothing.
But
it was a slow start.
The weather was beautiful. God. You see what we got on? Light work. You know. Usually you have to get your Eskimo suit, the full body snorkel, the chinchilla, the shoreline, all that. Last year was ridiculous. Asses was freezing. I had icicles in my nose hairs. It was not a pretty sight. There was no way I was looking cute coming in here. I was just straight scarf to head to toe. They didn't know who I was until I said "you're," because my face was it was nasty. But this right now it's beautiful. If you thought about if climate change was a thing, it's definitely a thing. Yeah, we're gonna die soon.
But that's enough of the weather report. The more important thing is coming in. Again, we arrived pretty early. I didn't really see any big lines, so I definitely think the kind of COVID atmosphere is over. There's no more like checking identity cards. That was like that's so 2021, 2022.
Check-in was sweet. It was nice. Boop.
Well, I wouldn't know. Press check-in was sweet, but
press check-in has been great. Regular check-in, I'm not sure because it wasn't in the same place.
I didn't see massive backlog.
It was in the same place,
but even
like
normally
downstairs.
You can see the crowds coming in, coming through, and it seemed pretty gradual. It was a nice slow trickle. But that first like entryway upstairs, it got packed, but in a good way. And like the cosplayers setting up, taking photos. So I loved that. This year, it didn't feel as packed as usual.
Well, yeah, that's because, like I said, no COVID check-in means if you got your ticket mailed to you, you just walked in and went through security.
Yeah, that helped. So we're back to normal numbers. And also, I think they supposedly limited their number of ticket sales this year.
Nah, so, I think Anime NYC hungry. So. I think they're hungry.
It could have been hungrier. It could have been hungrier because walking through Artist Alley, you can walk through Artist Alley. There's like some congestion zones, but no matter what,
today or
you
yesterday?
Can move. I'm talking about yesterday. Okay. Yesterday, it was really bad. That was a side effect of the 2 p.m. opening, I think. Wow. And that because it was only open like 2 p.m., that's a few hours shorter, people bum rushed to Artist Alley. So again, it was never penguin waddling. You could still move, but it was pretty dense. A lot of tables had long lines.
You know what you came to see. You came to get merch. You came to get pins. You came to get posters. You came to get everything. And where you go, Derbs?
Artist Alley.
Thank you. Thank you. I know exactly where to find Derbs. If I don't see him for like 20 minutes, I know exactly where to get. He's an Artist Alley, and his book bag gets heavier every time I see him because it's always loaded with stuff.
Got you, because we have our few favorites at Artist Alley. We have to hit up Gigi Murakami and her horror table.
Yes.
We gotta hit up Katie Fox. We always seem to catch Fantastic Frankie in Artist Alley.
Yeah,
it's always right between like the fan art and the official merchant booth.
My favorite.
That's always a catcher. Yeah.
And let's see.
Okay, so that was the start of the day. We started off with shopping, and then you got to. But then we had an interview. We did have an interview. We still have to get all the details in the row about it, but just to let you know, we did sit on the Studio Trigger interview with a producer and a director of Studio Trigger, which that was really exciting. It is my absolute favorite animation studio for anime. So Studio Trigger, they did Kill la Kill, they did Panty and Stocking and the new Panty and Stocking. They did Cyberpunk Edge Runners, they did Little Witch Academia.
They got Delicious and Junjun coming out.
They've got, which is weird. It feels so different than their normal style, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what that looks like. But we'll have more details from that interview we did with Studio Trigger later. But that did bring up something I want to applaud for this year's con that I don't think I saw many
let me say my great. First of all,
we're not allowed to say too much about it yet. Don't forget, anything needs to be approved for Studio Trigger.
It's not Trigger. Studio Wit said no. I don't know why Studio Wit said. Let me say something. We've been covering Wit ever since this podcast been a thing. I don't know why they said no.
Yo, you know what?
They saw the black faces. They said no. They look like they're gonna talk about unions. They look like they're gonna talk about proper wages. Let's not talk to them. Let me tell you something, Studio Trigger. I mean, not Trigger, but Studio Wit. We don't care about that. We just want the work. All right? We'll talk about that outside of your presence, and we talk about proper wages. But in front of y'all,
we have nice things to say about Wit.
That's what she said. In front of them, we will be kissing their butts because we do love this.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Even
behind closed doors, we still love it, but we'll have the hard question.
I don't know about you, I'm a bitter bitch, so I'm still gonna be talking shit about Studio because of the fact that they didn't say yes to us. The fact that it was an Anime NYC, I'm very petty. The fact that it wasn't even Anime NYC that said no, it was with themselves said nah, too black. I said what?
They didn't say.
Asterisk, no, they did not say this.
I felt like that's what they said.
Yeah, they definitely gonna say no from now on.
Oh God, we're not getting an interview with Studio Wit.
Listen, I appreciate Studio Wit.
We will never be in a room with Wit now.
I appreciate y'all, all 25 of y'all that work, that do the work, that don't know what sleep means, that grind your fingers to the bone. I love y'all. But y'all came to our city. It's like you come to my neighborhood and don't tell me you outside. Like, why would you do that? But hopefully this message comes out to you and you'll see us next year, or we're gonna stalk the shit out you. I don't know about them. I'm gonna stalk the shit out you. I got your Twitter.
Oh, they're never coming back.
I got your TikTok.
Oh, no,
I know y'all.
We're gonna get a restraining order.
Right?
But some praise, piggybacking off of that, some praise I do have for Anime NYC this year. I don't know if they did it last year. I didn't notice it to the same extent. But translations this year. So there's a bunch of guests from Japan who are coming. Studio Wit, Studio Trigger. They're like the actual directors and production teams from overseas. And they have had amazing translators in. So we did the Viz Media panel, which had some translators. It was the creator of Undead Unluck who was there. Yeah. He had a translator, an editor of the Shonen Jump magazine. Amazing translators. In the Studio Trigger, they had 2 great translators. They were really fluid. Just amazing job for translators, because it is so impressive that they can listen and then immediately speak. I don't remember what you say 5 seconds after a conversation. You want me to translate it? No. Yeah. But in addition to the Japanese translators and like the wonderful, very impressive amount of overseas guests coming, Also, the sign language translators. In terms of accessibility, multiple panels I've sat in on. Sign language translators.
I thought they was gay signing. I thought it was like a
you know what sign language is.
I said they was lit.
You know what sign language is.
I know what it is, but they was lit with it. They was smooth. I saw silent voice. I cried.
Shout out to that AMV.
Really impressive.
Yes, the AMV was beautiful for silent
and
voice.
that they have had pause due to poor connection. If you're on Instagram, you're having a hard time. But that and the fact that they regularly have been taping off accessibility seats, handicap seats in the various panel rooms. So just applause for accessibility. Translating for foreign guests as well as ASL sign language translators. I've been really impressed with that this year.
You know what I'm impressed with? Well, since y'all had translators, we went to the Crunchyroll stage, me and Mike, and we was able to see the creator of Bartender. So apparently they're remaking Bartender because it was out previously, right?
I'm kind of excited for it.
We saw the first episode. They aired it for us.
Oh yeah?
The director, yes. While you was watching AMVs, we was getting work. So the director came in and my man spoke full-blown English. He came out, he said, "Thank you very much. I spent many years in vineyards drinking the finest alcohol." I said, "Where is Derbs?" The alcohol, he's had pictures of alcohols in bars and liquors that he was drinking.
In the Crunchyroll panel.
In the Crunchyroll panel. He had because they had a screen. Yes, yesterday. And it was lit. We were like, first I was a little suspect because I ain't seen no Hennessy. But it was all right because I was like, all right, he got some tequila, he had a little vodka, but there was no Hennessy, there was no E&J.
I'm sure they'll make a cognac drink of some sort.
Some sort. But Henny hasn't been white for I don't know how long, but still. You know,
let me know. There's a white version, I think.
There's a white version of Henny? Henny white. I'm
talking about white. It says white on the bottle. So.
It says, means no touch.
But is Henny good?
Nobody, listen.
This is a bartender anime. They gotta do.
Sit up. Wow.
This is my area of expertise. It's liquor.
It has to have enjoyable drinks. You don't want to slowly sip on a Hennessy. You want to get it down, maybe take another shot, and then be done with it.
Hennessy is nothing to play with. You just look. But I forgot the name of the studio.
And enjoy it.
I forgot the director of the anime.
It's a little bit of both when you're sipping alcohol straight.
I saw him actually. I saw him yesterday. He came on stage. He was very delightful. He spoke English, and it was refreshing too. I mean, you know me. I'm used to subtitles, but he was great.
That takes skill. It is so intimidating going to a foreign country.
It is.
And like trying to speak that language with a giant room of people watching.
He was done.
Props for that.
He was good. He was good. He had a nice little peak jacket, little peak coat. He was cute.
The technology has gotten better now.
He was nice. He was nice. He knew where the money was at, and it's in English.
Say it.
He wants this anime to be out there, and what better way is to make sure you get the consumers that's not in your language, that's partaking into your art, than speaking that language. I wouldn't be surprised that nigga spoke French. Came there talking about oui. I'm like, oh shit, okay, gotcha. But yeah, that was a great thing we got to witness. Another thing, so afterwards I had to meet Bree and Derby at an AMV panel.
I'm just kind of jumping.
But tell them what the AMV is.
If you don't know what AMVs are, where the hell were you in like the late 2000s?
Hold on. There are new people.
Hold on. Okay, if you're new, I feel like the peak AMV years was like 2005 to 2015. So AMV is an anime music video. It's where you take your favorite like edgy Evanescence song and put it over Naruto and Sasuke fighting for 3 minutes. That's the kind of vibe. Some like good EDM over your favorite battles or talk scenes. You edit things up in fun ways.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen the song, I ship it, the anime AMV. I will sing that at our next karaoke. I freaking love that song. It is an absolute favorite. But it's that kind of thing. You take your favorite song and then you edit various scenes from even one anime or multiple anime over it.
It's excruciating hard.
Skill.
Here's the problem. Me coming in, I thought all they did was take the openings to animes and just edit the songs from there.
Or on TikTok, you might have seen it when they have a fight scene and every like punch is in sync.
Yes.
That is junior level. That is entry level baby stuff. The real shit in these AMVs, this editing skill is impeccable.
You would have thought they made the anime to match the song because they had the characters singing the lyrics low key, but they weren't.
Yeah.
They had everything
there
fit.
for the first category. It was trailers. Well, they took a trailer from a random movie, chose a separate anime, and they edited the anime scenes to fit the movie trailer.
Yes.
The Sailor Moon one. I would vote that in an instant. All of the AMVs, I believe there's about 35 from this contest, will be available on YouTube afterwards. I don't even know who the victor is yet. But it was just such a good time. We sat there for a good hour and a half. We kind of did. Watching all of
the
these
ones that
AMVs.
got the most tears. The one that gave us the most tears.
I don't think so. I
mean, if there were there were enough petty people, hold on.
And My Love Story with Yamada.
If there were enough people who were petty like us
that was good.
and didn't want to give it to them, then yes, they didn't win.
These AMV contests had me liking Taylor Swift songs. Because if you choose just the right anime and put it over, shake it off, we're in for a good time.
It was.
So that was probably my favorite thing
Mike
from
was
day
bopping
one.
his head. Mike was bopping his head. First of all, shout out to the cameraman. Shout out to Mike. Hey, Mike. He really not doing that. He just said it on the chair. But still, I appreciate the attention to detail. He got the angle just right. So it's good. The mic said.
But yeah, if you're ever at an anime event, AMV contests are the shit. If your legs are tired, I think I got over 15,000 steps yesterday. You just figure out when and where's the AMV contest, sit in a nice dark room, lie back, and enjoy, rest, rejuvenate yourself.
There's another one tonight, right?
There are 2 more AMV shows at Anime NYC tonight. This is Saturday.
I wish they had air. I wish they had air in those rooms because those rooms could get very, very hot.
It was getting a little dense. It was getting a little dense. But if you're seeing this, we'll probably try to post this I don't know, soon. Who knows?
The air smelled a little seasoned.
Tonight there is the AMV Broadway Musical Edition contest tonight, as well as their submission. So every year, pretty much any con you go to has this open submission. They say, here are the parameters, submit. And I'm sure, I'd like to think hundreds of people submit. A bunch of people submit, but only the top AMVs get chosen to be seen at the contest. So another event they're having tonight is a bunch of the unseen AMVs that didn't make the finals, but are just fun to watch. I want to make an AMV so bad.
We're working on it.
Man, listen, focus on making the edits for our videos, because I'm still backed up.
You just said send me the video. Wow.
Oh shit, my bad.
All good. I was lazy. I could have asked you, but.
So another thing that happens afterwards was shout out to Shonen Pump. We went to their after party. Shonen Pump had an after party last night at Secret Love.
I thought it was
bar.
just a secret room.
Secret room, sorry. Whatever it was a secret. I didn't know until I got there. So shout out to Control Freak, shout out to Darius, shout out to Anime Dance Music, shout out to Shonen Pump, shout out to Shonen Pump Hotties, shout out to VOE Podcast, shout out to all the sponsors. It was a phenomenal time. When I tell you, I brought Mike, I dragged Mike. For him to be in this space, he hasn't been to a club in 20 years, ladies and gentlemen, 20 years. We went to a space where you saw hip-hop, anime music, Caribbean music, soca and Spanish music all played in a span of 4 hours. You didn't know where the fuck you was.
How late were you there?
Nigga, don't worry. All I know is that my feet still got blisters. Shout out to Spark. We was doing some moves. We was killing it. The party was unbelievable. We danced so hard that Darius, Control Freak, the DJ, came out with his mic and danced with it. He said, what we doing? I said, nigga, follow, keep up. It was hilarious. We had so much fun. And the unity to actually have just nerds in a space where you could just be you and sing your heart out to your favorite anime OPs. Oh my God, it was just amazing. And the music was blasting. You never heard people sing Pokemon like this unless you come into our karaoke party. Unless the karaoke party. But it was hardcore. They played Yu Yu Hakusho. They played Haikyuu, the first OP. I sang it my heart out for Bree. Got a couple of sets in, and my volleyball days. I was nice back then. What else? It was just so nice and loving and warm. We need y'all to show up and show out. A lot of y'all need to just come to these parties. These parties are great. We never had these parties like that before. Me as a person that's a little older than my brothers and sisters, I never had a space where we had Caribbean music, Hispanic music, and reggae and hip hop all combined with anime and just be like, damn, this is my house, low key. It was like my playlist on Spotify. It was great. I had so much fun. And hopefully we get to see more of that again. And if you want to tune in and find out when we're doing more parties, we always are available for karaoke. When we do have our next karaoke party, we will have it available on our Instagram. We'll send out notifications. We'll promote it as much as we can. But you definitely need to check it out to just be in a circle amongst us, amongst your fellow weeps. You need to be here. We need to be together. Because with forces, we can control the fucking world. If not the world, we can control studios to make a proper season 2 of Promised Neverland.
And you should be in that anime affirmations. Or there's some blurred affirmations panel going on right now. We're missing it. We missed it. She just did it.
Thank you. Amen. 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 So, what are we looking forward to today? We're here today, but hold on. So, tune into our channel. The link tree will be in the bottom, and we'll see you guys in a bit.